Hi everyone, we're going to evaluate the limit if it exists, and we're going to multiply the numerator and the denominator by this conjugate of this. This has the form of a minus b. So we want to multiply this by a plus b. If we multiply the numerator by a plus b, we have to multiply the denominator by a plus b. That's going to help us because if you plug in 0 here, you're not going to get a limit. It's going to not exist when it really does. So we're just trying to rewrite the equation. So we're using this is the conjugate. This is what I mean. This is your difference of squares. We have it in this form where a equals the square root of 9 plus h and b equals 3. And we're using this. So what you're going to do is write this as the limit as h approaches 0 of square root of 9 plus h minus 3 divided by h. Now multiplying by the conjugate, since this is a minus, we're going to use the plus. Oops, why did I circle that? We're going to use the plus. So you're going to write this as times the square root of 9 plus h, and then you put your plus 3. And do the same thing for the denominator. Do the same thing for the denominator. You have to multiply this by 1. 9 plus h plus 3. This whole thing equals 1. So we're just rearranging the equation, redressing him. Now, the numerator is pretty easy. So basically, we're just squaring both these numbers because we want it to look like this. So basically, you square those numbers to get your a squared b squared. So that's just going to be, when you square this, you're just going to get 9 plus h. Then you write your minus, and you square your 3, and you get 9. Now, we're going to have to multiply these two together. So I would just keep it outside and don't make it overcomplicated. So this is going to be 9 plus h plus 3. All right. Now, what we can do from there is write this as, you see where the 9's cancel? So now we can write this as, especially if you want to take away the parentheses here. So 9 minus 9 is 0. So let's write this as the limit as h approaches 0 of h divided by h times the square root of 9 plus h plus 3. And again, the domain still is h cannot be 0. So now when we're going to rewrite the limit, we're actually going to cancel these out. The domain's going to change, but the limit does not. So when you write your limit, be sure to write down limit. Okay, so h approaches 0. When you cancel out the h's, you're going to have the 1 square root of 9 plus h, and then you have your plus 3 here. Now, at this stage, you can just plug in 0 everywhere there's a h. Now, this is your constant, so just write a 1. And then when you plug in 0 here, you get square root of 9 plus 3. So this is going to be 1 divided by 3 plus 3, which equals 1/6. And that's it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.